Hi, I'm Denise Kruger. One of the most important days of your life will be your wedding day, and that's why we've created this special show called Your Wedding Day. This show specializes in the products, preparations, services, and locations specifically for weddings. Each week the show will feature vendors who will highlight their products and services that they offer to you, which will help make your wedding a little more unique and remarkable. You'll learn different ways into which you can make your wedding plans a little bit easier, a little more cost-efficient, and memorable. Some of the places that we'll go to and some of the people we'll meet will include the Los Angeles Airport Hilton, the Hornblower Dining Yachts, Genghis Formal Wear, Perfect Catering, a special wedding photography from Howard Martin Kramer, Ben Lautman at Modern Video Productions, Il Cholo in Beverly Hills, and the magnificent Beau Rivage Mediterranean restaurant in Malibu. Here at Beau Rivage, there's a unique, elegant European setting where you and your guests can celebrate your special day from the ceremony to the honeymoon farewell. Enjoy the flowers of the enchanting garden where you dance under the stars in the outside patio or under the terrace overlooking the beautiful Malibu shore. Accommodations for 20 to 250 guests. Well, several rooms are available for a panoramic ocean view of the blue Pacific, featuring four-star cuisine from France, Spain, Italy, Greece, and the northern African countries, accompanied by an extensive wine list. Here they take care of everything, including the special wedding cakes, flowers, music, and even the limo service. And now I'd like to introduce you to our first guest, Daniel Forge, the proprietor of the magnificent Beau Rivage restaurant in Malibu. Daniel, how are you today?
I'm just fine, thank you. Beautiful day. Gorgeous fresh air here.
What do you have to offer people?
Well, I think we have it all here. We have the setting, we have the ocean across the road, and we have beautiful facilities. Of course, the food, I think, is tops. We have several awards from the California Restaurant Writers Association, Circle of Fame, 4 stars, which is their highest award. We have Best of the Best award for a Mediterranean restaurant, one of the 10 best in the USA, and some other awards to mention.
What type of food do you serve?
Mostly Mediterranean food, which it's basically French, Italian, but we do a little bit of Greek, Spanish, Turkish, North African, a little bit from all the countries bordering the Mediterranean Sea.
What is your most popular dish?
Well, fish, of course, seafood, being close by the ocean, are the most popular dishes, but we have a very extensive menu. We serve lots of pastas, risottos. We have all the poultries, duck, pheasant, chicken, Cornish hen, all the meats such as lamb, which is a very strong item here, lots of lamb, beef, veal, and also we serve game dishes such as venison and wild boar sometimes.
How would a bride and groom go about planning a wedding, choosing your restaurant?
Well, first of all, I think the decor, the plants around, as you can see, proximity of the beach, the facilities to have even the ceremony here within the premises here. We can offer different setting, and we will adjust to the request of the party as far as setting tables, linen. We can help with flowers, music, photography, video, whatever is needed to have a complete, beautiful wedding party.
Now you're saying that you can make all the arrangements for someone's wedding, is that correct?
That's true. We can do it all and coordinate it ourselves here. I generally do that, timing and everything else.
Now, can you give us an idea as far as what your prices are?
Well, we start with a price which generally people with most of the time stay with. We have one price of $40 for a day affair and $50 for an evening affair. And what does that include? Well, it includes all the food. We start with 6 hors d'oeuvres, little canapés, you know, finger food, and we give the guests or the people who are planning the party, rather, a choice about 60 of these hors d'oeuvres. And then that would take care of the reception for probably 45 minutes to an hour. Then we generally do sit-down dinner rather than buffet. But we also do buffet on request, of course. And we will give choices as well on a sit-down. For instance, we give choice of 3 different main courses. Therefore, people could have fish. They can have meat, such as, you know, veal, lamb, beef. Fish, we give about 6 different kinds of fish to choose from, and we accommodate it any possible way people will want it. On the poultry, you can have duck, you can have chicken, you can have Cornish hen. And what I'm talking about now is on the base price of $40 or $50 in the evening. And of course, the main courses are garnished with fresh vegetables, potatoes or rice, and then we serve bread, of course, and butter. But if people want pheasant, for instance, or they want beef Wellington or any other more fancy dishes, the price would be, of course, different. But for the price mentioned, we also include the wedding cake, which is made here in the premises, any shape, any flavor, to generally the bride or mother of the bride request.
Do you have any closing remarks that you would like to share with all of us?
Well, I think we have a lot to offer here, really. We certainly try to match the service with the rest, the food, the ambiance, the surrounding, the atmosphere. So I think we should be able to produce a nearly perfect wedding. I'd like to say perfect, but, you know, I think we can.
Daniel, this is an extraordinary restaurant. Thank you so much for sharing this with us on your wedding day. And for those of you who want to get away quickly after your wedding reception, try the newly renovated Los Angeles Airport Hilton. Watch this.
Hello, this is Meyer Denn with Your Wedding Day, and we're here today at the beautiful Los Angeles Airport Hilton on Century Boulevard. I'm here today with Helmut Mecklenburg, the Director of Food and Beverage, and Nelson Gray, Director of Catering. We're going to talk a little bit today about the types of services that are offered here. And first of all, let me ask you, Nelson, why don't you tell us a little bit about that Hilton standard of quality, standard of excellence?
We offer, I think, one of the best values in town with our wedding package. It starts at $28. It includes your full meal, champagne toast, a wedding cake, a nice suite, beautiful suite for the honeymoon night, and comes with the service that Hilton has set the standard for throughout the industry. And we'll do the job. We're professional, organized staff, and we can take care of all your needs.
Now, I understand, Nelson, that you offer wedding packages starting at $28 a person. What would something like that include?
Well, you get your choice of entrees, your starter salad, dessert to complement the wedding cake, all the setups that go with the room, and professional consultations.
And you have consultations right from the very beginning, actually, don't you?
From the very beginning,
and
that's our job.
That would include services such as invitations, photography, florists, if they so desire, correct?
Absolutely. We're happy to provide that.
Now, tell me something about the renovation that took place here recently. You invested a significant amount of money on the renovation, didn't you?
Yes, we invested $29 million into the renovation, and we started exactly on March 7th of the last year. The renovation was finished September 21st of the last year. Well, you want to know more about that?
Sure.
Well, basically we started, we have 3 completely new restaurants created. We have the cafe, which you see to the right side. We have a newly Italian restaurant, Andiamo, and then we have back on the other side is the bistro, which is kind of new for the hotel operation because you order over the counter, you pay over the counter, and then you get your food served on the table. The food is very simple. You have pizzas, deli items, yeah. People like it, and it's a very popular spot. It's right next, located to the new bar Landings.
Now, while we're speaking about that, tell us something about the Sunday brunch. You have quite a substantial Sunday brunch, which I understand hosting a huge variety of foods, ranging from meats to seafood to poultry to vegetarian items.
Yes. I mean, we have 14 international dishes alone. We have a carving station featuring 2 or 3 different carving stations. We have a complete Asian station featuring kimbap. We're featuring sushi, sashimi. We have a big dessert station. And the price is just tremendous. It's $15.50. That's all what we charge for brunch.
Now, that's $15.50 for adults. What about for children?
Children is $6.95 up to 12 years, and up to 6 years it's free.
Now, what about getting back to the wedding consultation, the wedding planning? What is the capacity of your ballroom?
The ballroom is 800 people, right?
850 people. Correct.
And I understand you have a complete, a full, authentic international menu. What types of nationality foods do you provide?
We are fortunate here that we can provide service for lots of different cultural needs. Being a Hilton hotel, worldwide name, it's famous throughout the world. We get lots of people that come in that need specific cultural needs, and we're able to take care of that through our professional expertise. So we're very pleased to offer that sort of professional service.
Wonderful. Now, that also provides kosher services for people who would need kosher catering. Is that correct?
That is correct. We have a lot of expertise we can share with our clients.
I may add here, I mean, we have a French chef who is experienced has spent many years in Singapore. I have a sous chef who's from Thailand. I have another sous chef who is from Thailand.
The chef has also spent time in Israel as well as West Africa, so he brings many different skills, international skills with him to the hotel.
And we have Clifton from the Caribbean who is versatile in Creole food.
So another thing I think is important to our viewers is the amount of experience we have here. I understand that Helmut, you've been
20 years.
20 years in the business and of providing hotel management, food and beverage.
Management, food and beverage.
And
I've been 20 years. I know I look much younger than Helmut, but I've spent over 20 years in the industry as well.
One thing is certain, here at the Los Angeles Airport Hilton, the standard of Hilton excellence is everywhere.
Thank you very much. We just finished a major remodeling of $24 million here. Plus, we have assembled the best culinary team in the marketplace and wedding consultant to put on the finest social functions. So I do hope any of your audience, as they watch your show, to bring their social function to the Hilton because this is a place where they can be proud and very successful in the affair that we do here. We're delighted to have you here and look forward to have your watchers, all their guests, to come to the Hilton. Thank you.
Thank you, Los Angeles Airport Hilton. the perfect attire for your wedding, choose Genghis Formal Wear at the Fox Hills Mall. They'll help pick out the perfect tux and matching accessories. Just look at their selection.
Hi, my name is Khalid Omar. I would like to welcome you to Genghis Formal Wear in the Fox Hills Mall. I would like to show you our over 21 styles of selection. Why don't we start with the black lino, the shawl single-breasted tuxedo by Raffinati. We're accessorized with the Mel Howard accessories, black and gold lame paisley vest and tie with off-white shirt and black and gold studs and cufflinks. This is a special touch look for a person who's looking to attend a black tie affair. And we also have this magnificent white shawl double-breasted tuxedo by Raffinati also, with the white paisley tie and white shirt with black and silver studs and cufflinks for a special summer wedding and a cruise. And we also have here a very contemporary and elegant tuxedo by a famous designer, Nicole Miller, with a special accessory printing inside, which is a typical signature of Nicole Miller. This is a purse for a person who is much into fashion. And we also have here a more elegant and classical look, peak double-breasted by Christian Dior, 6-button peak lapel, accessorized with, again, a Mel Howard accessory, black and purple ocean mist tie, white shirt, black and silver studs and cufflinks. This is a person who's looking for that elegant look and a special touch. And we also have here what's called a basic tuxedo, a single-breasted notch, again by Christian Dior, 100% worsted tropical wool, accessorized with Santana's stained glass purple vest and tie with white shirt and silver and black studs and cufflinks. Here we come, which is, this is an exclusive design by Genghis Formal Wear, the Star Mist, also accessorized with an ascot, black and silver paisley ascot, with the Star Mist vest and tie. This is for a wedding, which could not be found anywhere but at Genghis Formal Wear. And we also have this, a very elegant Hollywood look, which is the shawl double-breasted, very simple with 2 buttons, but in presentation very elegant, accessorized with Mel Howard's black and red ocean mist with white shirt and black and silver studs and cufflinks. Okay, for that special accessory, we have almost any solid colors of tie and cummerbunds, as well as all these multicolored tie and cummerbunds and vests for your special need. So for that special occasion, please do come and see us at Fox Hills Mall and we'll treat you right.
Thank you, Genghis Formal Wear in the Fox Hills Mall.
What do you think of when you think of Hollywood? The glamour, the romance, the style, maybe the old movie stars and all the old wonderful Hollywood memories. Well, I'm sitting here right in the middle of a wonderful Hollywood memory myself. I'm at the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel, and I'm here in the Gable Lombard Suite with catering and banquet manager Kelly Green.
Hi, Gail, and welcome to my hotel.
Thanks. So tell me about the suite.
This is the Gable Lombard Suite. This was one of the favorite places of Clark Gable and Carol Lombard, and it's really a wonderful suite. It's a very romantic place. And bedroom upstairs, as you saw, is really, it's beautiful. It's wonderful.
Yes, so you do weddings in this suite as well?
We don't do weddings here, but we do have small receptions here. We do weddings in a number of locations throughout the hotel, both weddings and receptions.
Now, when I think about the Hollywood Roosevelt, the first thing that comes to mind is not weddings, but now that I think about it, with all the glamour and the charm and the romance, of course it seems like a natural, because that's the starring day of your life.
That's right.
And it lets you be like the star of your wedding.
That's what we try to do. You tell us what you want to do, and we make you the stars for the day. And it's a wonderful memory.
Yeah, and you do weddings of all sizes here.
Yes, we do. Everything from a very intimate wedding for 12 people with a reception that's just cake and coffee and champagne, to a huge sit-down dinner for $350, a very formal event where the water and the wine flow all night.
And you just did one of those for Lou Diamond Phillips.
Yes, Lou Diamond Phillips and Kelly Preston were married and had their reception here a couple of months ago.
But you don't have to be a star to be a star at the Hollywood Roosevelt.
No, because when you are here, you are the star.
That's right. And now you make sure that everything is taken care of. You do the catering and the reception, but also you can do referrals and help the bride along with anything else that they
Yes, we have a number of people we can refer, florists, photographers, musicians, DJs, whatever you need, we have references for you.
So don't get overwhelmed, just say, help, Kelly, and
Kelly helps.
and Kelly helps. Now, what kind of food do we do at the reception?
Well, we do California cuisine. It's healthy, it's light, and it's really quite wonderfully tasty. We can also do ethnic things if you so desire. We can do a combination of things. Sometimes the younger people like to do receptions that have stations. We'll do a pasta station and an Oriental station, a Mexican station, a carving station. Or we can do something very, very simple. If whatever you want to do. Our chef is very accommodating, and he can usually come up with exactly what you're looking for.
So we can do pretty much any kind of a wedding that you want here. We can do everything from a very formal plated dinner or a beautiful sumptuous buffet with the silver chafing dishes and mirrored platters, or something very informal, or something just as simple as coffee, cake, and champagne.
Anything you like. We have a number of different options, and we're happy to work with you with whatever you'd like to do.
Now, I know that you do a lot of your receptions up on the mezzanine, where you have all those wonderful photos of old Hollywood and the movie stars and that kind of thing.
That's right, we do, because it's a wonderful place for people to gather and wait for the bride and groom to make their entrance, and we can entertain them with a glass of wine and some past hors d'oeuvres, and they can walk around and look at all those wonderful pictures of old Hollywood and really entertain themselves while they're waiting for the bride and groom. And then at the appropriate moment, we take them into the ballroom where the food is being served for dinner, and everybody, it's just a wonderful feeling.
Yeah. Now, in terms of being able to do a wedding here, one doesn't have to be the wealthiest in Hollywood in order to do it, is that right?
That's right, that's right. We try to work with your budget, whatever your budget allows. We'll give you the most for your money. I can tell you that on an average for a dinner reception, you should figure about $25 per person for the dinner. If you serve hors d'oeuvres, add another $10. Another $10 for the champagne or the wine with dinner. And if you have an open bar, another $10. There's no charge for the dance floor. There's no charge for the linens, unless you need something special like plaids or stripes or gold lame.
Now, you don't have gold lame in stock.
Not in stock.
But we can get it.
I can order for you if you really want it. But aside from that, the only other charge is for parking, which currently is $4 per car for catered events. And you can host that, or your guests can pay their own. And I always tell people, if your budget's tight, let your guests pay their own parking. I'd rather see you spend your money on the dinner and make it a little nicer.
So we've got wonderful food,
Yes.
wonderful ambiance.
Yes.
We've got all the romance and the style and the glamour thrown in just because we're at the wonderful Hollywood Roosevelt.
That's right. We do have, for the bride and groom, a suite for the night, of course. And for your guests that you would like to have stay at the hotel, if you have out-of-town guests and you don't want to worry about them getting lost, we have a special rate, $85, single or double, for our regular rooms that go for $125. So it's a nice saving, and your guests can call in advance and give your name and say that they have that $85 rate, and reservations will take good care of them.
So if you're looking for a very special place to have your wedding that has a little something extra, a little style, a little glamour, a little pizzazz, you may want to take a look at the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel, and Kelly will do her best to make everything easy and beautiful.
That's right. Just come and see us. I'll give you the grand tour, tell you all the things we can do for you, and make it a very special place for your very special day.
And now, if you'll stay tuned, we'll be back with more wedding tips on your wedding day right after this.
For you seafaring couples, try the Hornblower dining yachts. Watch.
Well, again, and this is Meyer Denn with your wedding day. And we're here at Fisherman's Village in Marina del Rey on the yacht Mauritania. Here today with Rena Israel, who is the wedding coordinator for Hornblower Dining Yachts. Tell me, Rena, tell me about your fleet.
Well, Meyer, we have 20 vessels in our entire fleet from San Francisco all the way down to San Diego. Boats in all different shapes and sizes with capacities anywhere from 20 guests to 1,000.
So the capacity range for your boats is quite extensive. And tell me about some of the pricing for your affairs.
Well, pricing's going to vary. We do custom design most of our packages. We have packages that include the boat, the food, beverages, champagne, cake that start at $49 per guest.
And your boats are mostly based here out of Marina del Rey, but you have other locations as well, correct?
Yes, we have vessels that cruise out of San Francisco, Berkeley, Marina del Rey, Newport Beach, and San Diego.
What types of consultation and services do you provide as wedding consultant here for the company?
Well, we basically offer all the amenities, flowers, photography, DJ. We also offer invitations, any of the extra amenities that you need to make your wedding day successful.
Rena, tell me about the ceremony and where does it all take place?
Well, the ceremony will take place in various areas of the boats, depending on which vessel you select. We also cruise the Marina Harbor, so the actual ceremony site would take place out by the breakwater. We can arrange that the ceremony takes place at sunset, which is real beautiful.
Sounds like quite a romantic affair.
It's probably the most romantic affair you can have.
Well, it's quite an impressive boat, and maybe you'll take a few minutes to show us around. We can see what exactly you provide for us here.
Absolutely.
Tell me about this room where we're at now.
Okay, we're in the main salon of the Mauritania. As you can see, there's a lot of wood. She's fully carpeted, very cozy for a ceremony even, or also the buffet, which we would typically set up in this area of the vessel. And we can also do sit-down service in this area. Total capacity of this vessel would be sit-down meal, approximately 45 guests, and buffet service, approximately 60.
Rena, I wonder if there's any parting thoughts you'd like to leave our viewing audience with.
Well, we do offer a unique, exciting experience, and I'd be happy to custom design a cruise for you.
Yeah?
You want to take the wheel?
Let's go. Happy sailing and enjoy your wedding. Again, this is Meyer Denn for your wedding day.
Thank you, Meyer and Rena, and the Hornblower Dining Yachts. And now I'd like to introduce you to a very special couple, Michael and Jill. They're currently planning their wedding. It's coming up very, very soon. They'd like to share with you some of their special moments in their relationship.
So Michael's coming down the side of the mountain. He's got his bag, he's got his water, he's got his guitar. And I'm still clueless. I'm sitting on the side of the mountain, and he's coming down the side, and I'm thinking, what is he doing with all this stuff? You know, why is he schlepping all this stuff down the side of the mountain? So he comes down and he said, you know, I have a little surprise for you. I wrote a song. Now, our friends, we have friends, Sam and Marcia. And since we've known Sam and Marcia, Sam's always writing this song for Marcia, he's writing an album for Marcia, he's writing an opera for Marcia, he's got a Broadway show for Marcia. I'm waiting for one song. I've been with this man for 2 years, not a song, not a nothing. So he says to me,
it was always a sore spot for me. Whenever she bugged me, I used to get on her case.
Where's my song? He's a songwriter, he's the most beautiful singer, where's my song? So he tells me he's written a song for me, and I couldn't believe it. He takes out his guitar, and he starts singing a beautiful song called My Besheret. And at that point, I started to cry. because it was very beautiful and I just wasn't expecting it at all.
So I was hoping that, she'd be buttered up by the song because we weren't getting along so well at certain points during the weekend because we have a tendency when we get upset and angry to,
cry.
to cry and fight and
cry.
and cry. And so I started playing the song, which I'd never performed before. I was very nervous about it, and she started listening and crying and enjoying it, and she was very touched by it. And then after I finished the song, I got on my knees and said, wait, that's not all, I have another surprise for you. So I reached inside a bag and pulled out a little box that I had saved that she had given to me, a little box with moons on it and crabs on it. And because we're both cancers and both moon children, she gave me a pair of earrings, one of our first dates that we had. She came to hear me perform one time here in Venice. And I got on my knee and started my soliloquy. Told her that I loved her and that I've been dreaming about spending the rest of my life with somebody like her and that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with her. And
meanwhile, we're on a cliff.
Overlooking
the mountains, the snow-capped mountains, and the birds are soaring, and it was like the most romantic place in the world.
Yeah, it was very perfect. And it was like, Gamsel Toro during the whole weekend. Everything worked out because that place, Hashem wanted us to be, I guess, to have our special moment. And so even after I asked her, will you be my wife, she still didn't really, I don't think, understand until I opened the box and she saw the ring, and then she got real verklempt and freaked out and started crying and shaking and tearing up, and I put the ring on her hand and she said yes. Right?
Uh-huh.
Tell everybody you said yes.
I said yes. This is how I got myself into this mess. I said yes.
Thank you very much, Michael and Jill, for sharing some of those special moments in your relationship with us. Photography is vitally important to remember your wedding. So watch this.
Hi, I'm Deborah Jean Sichardo with Your Wedding Day. And right now we're here with an expert photographer, Howard Martin Kramer, and he is the owner of Studio Image Photography. Welcome. Now tell me, how long have you been in business for?
In terms of studio photography, I've been doing that for 15 years. It was art school before that, art knocks before that.
And now, what do you specialize in?
People-oriented photography, celebrities, events, celebrations, specifically weddings, and that whole run of things.
Now, I recently got married, and I find that it's extremely confusing, all the packages offered. Can you explain those to me a little bit?
I try to keep myself flexible enough to meet whatever the couple's needs happen to be. I've had a background in documentary photography, candids, photographed a lot of children. I also do something unique where I set up an actual studio on location. So I basically gear the production ends of things towards people's needs, and also the post-production ends of things for reprints and so forth, types of albums and various sizes and types of reprinting services according to their individual specific needs. I try to keep everything tailor-made.
Now, Howard, a bride comes to you and she wants to get married, and she doesn't have a big budget, so what would you suggest?
I'd suggest to her to keep things minimal and simple and make sure everybody in the wedding families, two families, and all of the guests are photographed. And that may entail table shots, maybe dancing, the ceremony is definitely key. And instead of going into large reproduction packages for 8x10s or 11x14s or mural size prints that they may want to hang in their homes, I would suggest just keeping things to the proof print stage until they can have enough extra money to go into separate wedding albums. I do not do what a lot of photographers do, which is many photographers print the stamp proof on top of each photograph. I use the best lab in the country, and I don't try to skimp or save on my ends of things, so I give them a high quality proof package. And that's what I would suggest if somebody had a very, very limited budget in terms of trying to keep their costs at a minimum.
Well, there you have it. Howard Martin Kramer from Studio Image Photography. You should give him a call if you're getting married soon. He does exquisite work. And we'll be right back with more of your wedding day.
Thank you, Howard Kramer, for joining us on Your Wedding Day. Gail Van Cott will take us to one of the most magnificent Italian restaurants in Southern California, the famous Il Cholo in Beverly Hills.
Finding a location for your wedding is just about the most important thing that you can do when you're beginning to plan, because it's responsible for the entire mood, the entire feeling of the whole day. I am today at one of the premier wedding locations in the country. The restaurant is Il Cielo in Beverly Hills. It's been written up in the LA Times and the New York Times as one of the most romantic and beautiful places to get married. And I'm here with the proprietor, Pasquale Vericella. What a place. What a beautiful place you have here.
Thank you, Gail. Thanks very much.
You've got the flowers, you've got the birds in the trees. There's something just so romantic and enticing about this place. I can see why a lot of people would want to get married here.
Thank you. I think that sometimes, too, one is blessed with the environment. But primarily a long time ago, you know, of course, we embellished the environment. I redesigned primarily the whole restaurant, and this back garden has turned into sort of a church or a chapel or a synagogue so many times throughout the 8 years that we've had the restaurant.
The feeling is in the air. You can tell
it's a very spiritual kind of place. A lot of celebrants tell us that when they are performing the ceremonies, that they sort of feel very spiritual here.
Now, where does the ceremony take place?
It actually takes place in front of our fountain, or on top of the fountain. We have a platform that sits on the fountain, along with railing and stairs. But oftentimes it takes place in front of the fountain. They choose to do that because of the fact that they can continue having the fountain run. And
nice noise in the background.
Right, and the turtle doves that have somehow or other found their home on top of the chuppah. They built a nest up there. So during the ceremony, they're always chirping. It's very, very cute.
It's just beautiful.
It adds to
the fountain is over here. We've got the face of the lion. We've got the flowers and the vines and all that kind of thing. Now, you do all of the food and all of the wedding cakes yourself, is that right?
Right. That's one of our specialties. We brought our staff here from Italy primarily, and we have. My mom was a pastry chef, so I learned the skills of doing cakes.
Now, we've got an incredible photo of a cake that I just want to show you. Now, if you can take a look at this, you see how exquisite this cake is? It's got little hearts on it. It's all beautiful, fresh flowers. Now, those aren't edible flowers, right? Those are actual roses and beautiful garden flowers.
They are. The cakes that we make are, they're inside. The cake is a flourless chocolate cake, and it's filled with white chocolate mousse and fresh raspberries. That's our.
Goodness, that sounds good.
I guess that is our specialty cake. And then what we do is we have imported French chocolates. We wrap the cake in French chocolate so that there's no sugar icing on the cake at all. It's one of the things.
So all of this is actual chocolate?
Oh, that's all chocolate. There's no sugar icing at all on the cake.
I'm getting hungry.
One time, one critic reviewed our restaurant and our weddings, as a matter of fact, and said that our cakes taste like food.
Well, that's good.
You know, so it was like, you know, like where it was more of a, you know, an appetizing meal as opposed to a dessert. But there, you know, I think if you're going to have a wedding cake, it should be very special.
Yes.
And what we tried to do is that we draped the cake from top to bottom with fresh flowers. We sort of designed it to fit into the garden setting. And then when the cake is cut, which we do at the cake cutting ceremony, we then go ahead and we put a flower on each dish, and it gives people a chance to, they get a chance to sort of take part of the wedding cake with them, so to speak.
It keeps that feeling of romance going. Now, all of the menus that you do are custom menus, yes?
We do. We traditionally, what we do is when someone is interested in having a wedding here at Il Cielo, they call us and we set up an appointment. They come in and we sit down with them. We first give them a tour of the facility, followed by a period of time where we sit down and discuss the exact menu that we might serve at their wedding. And one of the special things that we do, if they ultimately choose to have their wedding here at our restaurant, we invite them in for a tasting. And they taste the entire menu from hors d'oeuvres all the way through as our guests. And we also,
well, that's marvelous.
Thanks. And we also invite them in for an evening, like a Friday or a Saturday evening, to come in and absorb more of the ambiance of the restaurant with their fiancé. And at that time, they get a chance to meet the staff that will work their wedding. That's another little thing that we do.
And it's so beautiful, all the way down to the paintings on the walls, the flowers, the arrangements, the way the tables are taken care of. There's a beautiful sense of style and care and love that permeates the atmosphere here. It's a wonderful place to get married.
Hey, thank you, Gail, for that mouth-watering interview. A reception at El Cholo sounds magnifico. What would a wedding be without a video to help remember those special moments on tape? Deborah's going to introduce you to Ben Lautman from Modern Video Productions. He's going to help share some of his special techniques to help remember your special moments on video.
I am Deborah Charter with your wedding day. Right now we're here with Ben Lautman of Modern Video Productions. Ben, tell me, what do you do for weddings?
What do we do for weddings? We do the best videography for weddings. We take pride in our product. We love what we do, and we give the bride and groom and families the best quality video that they can get.
Now, for those individuals who say, well, I already have a photographer and they're not real familiar with it, why is that? Why should they have it?
Why should they have a videographer instead of photographer, or in conjunction with? Well, I firmly believe that this is the day to remember in your life, and you want to remember it properly. So in order to remember it properly, you not only need the stills, but you need a good quality video, and that's what you get with Modern Video Productions.
What makes your company unique compared to other videographer companies?
The personalized care that we take when we shoot a video, that's one of the aspects that makes our company more unique than others. Also, the state-of-the-art equipment that we have. We know what we're doing. We have trained professionals doing the utmost of the finest video work that can be done.
Now, I recently got married and I was concerned about hiring a videographer because I thought all those lights and wires and stuff that get in the way. How do you stay out of the way?
Well, having state-of-the-art equipment, we have, whenever the situation calls for, we have low-lux cameras, which allows us the ability to shoot in low light.
When everything's said and done, what can they expect to get from you?
What the client can expect to get is the finest quality video to remember that special day by.
Okay, Ben, tell me, how far in advance do you need to book a videographer?
If you need a good videographer, you should call us immediately.
What type of weddings do you do?
Well, we do all types of weddings. We do from religious weddings to non-religious weddings. We do many of the celebrities in the Hollywood, Beverly Hills area. We've done quite a few celebrity weddings as well.
Now, for those individuals that aren't celebrities and don't have a big budget, and they think that's just an extra expense or extravagance that they can't afford, what would you say to them?
What I would say to them is, okay, this is the time of your life to be a star. And we will give you the type of product that you'll be proud of and that you'll remember for many years to come. So be a celebrity on that day, your wedding day.
Well, there you have it. You have Ben Lautman with Modern Video Productions. Thank you very much, Ben. Give them a call if you want a great video done of your wedding. And we'll be right back with more of your wedding day.
Thank you, Modern Video Productions, for joining us on your wedding day. And now, Your Wedding Day presents Wedding of the Week on location with Meyer Den at the beautiful Bellage Hotel in West Hollywood. You're on, Meyer.
TV program we're doing right now, so
Oh,
we're going to talk. No, we're going to talk to you. That's what we're going to do.
Oh no!
It's your wedding day. It's your wedding day.
What channel?
What channel is it? I'm not sure.
What channel? 10. That's CNN. Ooh, okay.
How about that? So how's it going? That's going to get me warmed up. Go ahead and start running it. So, Michelle, this is your wedding day. How does it feel?
Feels like... What does it feel like?
Feels like the very first time. Feels like the very first time.
Michelle, they're leaving.
They're leaving. I want to talk to you. You're going to talk to me or what?
And I'm going to come back.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Wedding of the week, and this truly has been the wedding of the week. Actually, the wedding of the past 4 weeks, probably. And here we are with the blushing bride, Michelle Hoffman.
Yes.
Michelle, how would you describe this special day in your life today?
Okay, help me out on this. Okay.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
It's marvelous. Buddies, pals, two of a kind. So let us see this ring you're wearing here. Tell us the story behind this ring. Is this something borrowed, something blue, something old, or something new?
It's something purple, it's adjustable. It's pretty fancy. And my husband gave it to me.
Very nice.
Serious note that I'll be 31 next week, and Michelle will be 24, and I believe the stars are in perfect alignment, and I waited till just the right moment to pluck this light plum from the tree.
Oh, and well, the moon is in the 7th house, and Jupiter is aligned with Mars.
When the mist rises and her cheeks flush, it's time.
There you go.
Okay.
What are we doing now?
Tell me something. Tell us something about your tux here. That's really that's very unique. I like the cummerbund and the tie.
It's an Armani.
Where'd you get that?
It's an Armani tuxedo, and I got it in Beverly Hills. It's unique, actually.
Where'd you get it from? Look at the pants. Look at these the stripes and the.
Incredible.
That's great.
Look at the jacket. Everything is so.
Where'd you get the tux?
I got it at an Armani store on Beverly, across from the hotel there.
And what about your dress? Gorgeous. Where's that from?
My dress is from Paris. I went shopping there yesterday, and I just picked it up off of the rack.
And that's after cooking at the hors d'oeuvre table, all the s'more with it on. Look, not a stain on it. Can you believe it?
Very nice. Very nice.
I used an apron.
Very nice. Meyer Den here with Wedding of the Week, and we're here with the groom this evening, Steve Hoffman. And Steve, I want to ask you a few questions. How did you choose this wonderful location, the Bellage, here in West Hollywood?
By word of mouth, really. Some of my friends got married here, particularly Pinchas Batat got married here 2 years ago, and he loved it, and we loved it also.
Now, how did you go about choosing your vendors? Did you have just from other friends who had been married? Or?
Also word of mouth. People recommended various vendors. I know that Ben was recommended, as well as Robert Scott was recommended by us, Ben Lautman, of course. And also Shlomo Rabinowitz was highly recommended. And I went to see him myself just to be sure, because I was afraid that, music, is very subjective. And I did go and see him, and he was really wonderful. And he was great tonight, too.
What do you attribute all the spirit and the excitement here at the wedding to, beside your popularity in the community?
I think that it's really the youthful crowd, first of all, but also even people who are not so young really felt that they wanted to give of themselves. And it's not a situation where people lean back and say, entertain me, fool. It's more like they want to be a part of it. It's not a court gesture. It's people being a part of the fun and being involved.
Any advice for other brides and grooms that are anxiously waiting to get married out there?
Yes, I would say that do it while the passion is still flaring. And do it impulsively. Don't wait until everything is nailed down, every detail is finite. Have some mystery and have some fun with your weddings.
Thank you, Meyer. That was terrific. And now stay tuned for more of Your Wedding Day. If you'd like to participate on the show, or find out when the next show is, or even get a copy of today's show, please contact Your Wedding Day Productions at 310-581-1988. Here are 6 questions that you should ask when interviewing your photographer for your wedding day. Do you have any particular philosophy in photographing weddings? Do you have any goals set in which you approach weddings? How long do you expect to be with us when you come to photograph us? At what time are you going to start, and at what time are you going to end? With whom will you include in the photographs? Where would you like to take the pictures, and when? What kind of education and/or experience have you had in developing photographs? And the last, how will you show me my selections of my pictures, and how quickly can you get them to me? If you'd like to participate on the show, find out when our next show is, or even get a copy of today's show, please contact Your Wedding Day Productions at 310-581-1988. This is Denise Kruger. I'd like to thank you for joining us, and please stay tuned for our next show, where you'll find out more valuable information on how to plan that special day. So before you hear the wedding bells ring, join us on Your Wedding Day.